This is your automation panel. This is how we control the pool. With this panel, we don't touch really any of the other equipment. Everything gets controlled through here. And this is a touch screen. When you first open the door, the screen will be completely blank. All right, we just tap the screen and it will light up like it is right now. Pretty standard, pretty easy to operate. It's already programmed for you, so all you really have to do is plug and play, turn it on, and then let it do its thing. We have 3 things on our main screen. We have pool, features, and lights. I'll start with the pool. When this thing is operating, we open it up. This, when it's off, you'll see no green button. When we turn this on, you'll see that green button. It'll kick on. Now this is a crazy temperature because this pool is not operating right now and the plumbing is in a direct sunlight. So our temperature sensor is picking up something. It's not really 105 degrees, but that will tell you what your pool temperature is when it's operating. This over here, pretty simple, self-explanatory. It says heating set point. This pool is set for 80. If we want to turn it down or turn it up, we just hit the arrows. It will automatically turn the heater on and off when it calls for heat. Leave this right here. This says heater. If you want to turn the heater off, you can open that up and hit off. But if you have it on heater and you have this set, you don't have to touch anything here and it will operate for you. Go back in here. When the pool is running, you will see the temperature right here. That's the pool temperature. So if you ever open up this screen and it's blank, you just hit it, you'll be able to see the pool temperature right there. And above it, you'll have an air temperature right here. This is set in Fahrenheit, obviously. And like I said, the pool's not running, so it isn't 106 degrees, but that will read whatever your pool is. And if it's calling for heat, you'll see a little flame beside it, just letting you know that the heater's on. You also hear the heater because you're probably standing very close to it. Next on the list is our features. If we open this up, we have 2 features on this pool. We have high speed programmed here for when we vacuum the pool. That's gonna be a separate video where I show you how to vacuum your pool. But for this, if we do go to vacuum the pool, we can just hit this. It'll turn on high speed. It'll automatically kick the pump higher. You'll hear the pump get louder. And when you're done, you can just hit high speed off. Alternatively, all this can be controlled from the app. It's even easier to use. When you open it up, you'll be able to walk right through it. Next, we have our swim jets here. This pool has a swim jet that you can swim against the current. If I hit that, that pump comes on. It's super loud. And it runs separate from the entire system and it pushes a lot of water so they can swim here. If you have a water feature or any type of features, it'll be in this features menu here. You can come in, you can see it, you can turn it on and off from here. Next is our lights. These are going to be your pool lights. We hit that light button. You can either hit all on, all off, or you can just simply tap this. When you tap that, you'll hear a click. It'll be the transformer coming on. Just heard it there. Those clicking are it finding its color sequence. So if we click this little square here, we have 5 different color options. If we change the color here to magenta and hit the check mark, you will hear that clicking again and it will go through another sequence. Just like that. When that sequence is happening, if you are looking at the pool, the lights will go out. They go out for that entire sequence. They come back on after it hits whatever color you're trying to get it, turn it to. That turns the pool lights off. You heard the click, everything's off. One more option here. Aside from the 5 colors, we have light shows. You hit this tab, you have 7 different light shows. It's the same as changing the color light. You hit whatever one you want, you hit the check mark, it goes through a sequence, and then you'll have some cool lights in the pool. Okay, other than that, the only things you really have to touch here are your chemistry. When this is running, it will tell you your salt level in the pool, and if there's no warnings, it'll say okay. If there is a warning, it'll tell you what's wrong. It'll say low salt or something of that, too cold. Whatever the issue is, it will tell you right here. But if you're ever wondering if you have enough salt in the pool, you click this and go right into it. You click chemistry and go right into this menu. Now, if you need to add more chlorine to the pool, this is where you do it as well. Pool output, generally is set at 50%. Every pool is different. Sometimes you'll need more, sometimes you'll need less. You can adjust it here, up and down. And that will, the higher the number, the more chlorine it will produce. The lower number, the less chlorine it will produce. Last thing is our schedules. We have 2 schedules on this pool. Your main schedule, which every one of you guys will have, is the pool schedule. We will run this thing 23 hours and 59 minutes a day. Give it a minute to reset itself every single day. That's one schedule. Now we can add other schedules. We can add the swim jets to come on here. We can add the lights to come on here, like this pool here has. We have them come on every day from 9 till 11:30. You can add schedules and screw around with this. This will be already programmed for you. Feel free to mess around with it if you want. Just make sure that the pool schedule is always set the same. That's all you really need to know about this. Any of the finer details and settings, this is all stuff for me. Try not to touch it. If you want to mess around with it, go for it. But if you mess something up, then I'm gonna have to come out and deal with it, which is no big deal. But to keep it simple, touch what I've kind of talked about there and just leave the rest alone. Thanks, guys.